What is up, guys? We're back with another video. I think it's a more recent, well, not recent, but this video is not too far from the last video where we worked on the Viper's radio. I'm still messaging the seller because the audio is very, very, very dim. And it's like full volume out already, and it's full volume. I already messed with the equalizer or DPS, and still sounds the same. It does sound more clear, but it's still the same. Sounds really low toned, and that's just not what you want. Like I said, we're not doing any competition audio. I mean, if I can stream my music, I'm okay with it. If it's not fucking with the cluster, I'm okay with it. But still, I'm trying to get my money's worth out of it. So today, I have a mess. Just let me clean up some shit. So today, we're gonna do hellcat activity content. So we got injector dynamics. There are injector dynamics 1050s for the hellcat. I was not trying to spend any more money on the hellcat, at least not this year. I was trying to just tune it and leave it alone. But the 2016s for sure. I'm not sure about the other models. I think it's 2016s and down. 2016s and down. I think it's like 15 or 16s. They run out of injector duty cycle, and that's not good. The car can lean out and have, I guess you can say, catastrophic failure. And we just want to keep it safe. Well, I guess we're cleaned up somewhat. And like I said, there was not in the plans to spend any more money, at least not on the hellcat for this year. I wanted to be done with it this year and just have it a nice consistent tuned with consistent power. I know I'm not making 1,000 wheel horsepower by all means, but I just wanted something safe for now. But my tuner did recommend to get them injectors just to stay safe with the fueling and all that shit. So, all right, enough cleaning. So, open up the box. These injectors are from Injector Dynamics. I think I already said that. So it comes with the repinning pigtail replacements, I think. Yeah, they're pretty much just to cut mine off and repin it into these. And I want to say, I already opened them, so don't mind the package ripped. But I want to say my stock connector would go on it, to be honest. I probably don't have to cut anything. I'm hoping I don't. Because I did it with the hellcat. I did it with the Neon. And the Neon's only 4 injectors. This motherfucker's 8. And I'm not looking forward towards it. But if I have to, I guess I have to. Yeah, you can see I had to cut off the pigtail and splice these in. I soldered them, and it's looking all good and nice. And I don't want to do that with the Neon. I want to do that with the hellcat. But let me put on my headlamp. Take an injector towards the hellcat. and I guess you can say maybe test fit an injector. That's gonna suck donkey ass. But I guess it gotta be done. So we leave the injector there. Pull off. That did not sound good. Pull off the injector cover. There we go. Nah, it ain't break. I know Dodge. I don't know about other makes, but Dodge, that's all I own. Dodge likes to use them bullshit ass red clips, safety clips. And then when they're in the engine bay, they're not very fucking useful because they're constantly in heat. There we go. There's a red clip I'm talking about. They're just there to keep the clip from unclipping. Damn, dude. Okay, I guess the disaster starts. I need a little flathead. I might go get my gloves too, because damn, everything hurts when it's fucking freezing cold. We still have snow some part of the yard. And still have snow in some part of the yards. It's pretty much from freezing already, but we still have it. Hell yeah. Well, I can confirm that they is plug Yep, they're plug and play. All right, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. I just need to check the polarity. I'm not sure that's why I have to repin it. But I don't know if the camera can pick it up. But the first pin, oh shit. The first pin, I think you can hardly see it there. It has a plus sign. So I'm gonna just grab my test light and see which the positive. And if the positive is all the same, if the positive are all the same, then we can just pretty much plug and play these motherfuckers. And that would save me a heck of a lot of time. And a heck of a lot of time and a heck of a lot of fucking disaster. And splicing, cutting, repinning. And yeah, if I have to do it, I'll do it. I don't fucking mind. But I don't want to if I don't have to. So we're just gonna have to grab a ground and hit the key, the ignition on the Hellcat. And I think my battery's about to take a shit. I think the battery's about to take a shit as well. Because, like, I go a week without driving it, and now it automatically wants to fucking die. Automatically wants to fucking die. Okay, so green means this is a negative. Yeah. Okay. So that would mean fuck. All right. So yeah. Green indicates negative. Red indicates positive. So let me open one of these guys, and once I find the fucking positive and negative, I'll pick up the camera and film again. Let me figure this out, and then I'll let you know how I figured it out. Okay, guys, so I think we're just gonna send it because these have a number 1 and 2 at the bottom, and the connector on the white sleeve has a 2 and a 1 as well. And if I hold it the same position, it would clip on. If I hold it the same way, the 2 is on the left side on the white sleeve, and 2 O's on the left side on the other connector. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and send it. Worst case worst, it'll start running like shit. Now we just have to rewire it, I reckon. But I mean, shit, it's a learning procedure. We're gonna learn together, I guess. I did them on the neon, but I really had to like literally cut and splice, and this repinning shit is for the birds. So let me just cut off my ignition before I kill my battery. And we do want to get an anti-gravity battery, but that will be in the long future. Talking about like over $1,000 in the fucking battery. Yeah, I think the battery died already. Well, anyways, that's bullshit. Let's get to work. So let me grab the tools needed. Then we're gonna need like a Torx bit. Let me grab the tools needed, and then we'll pick up the guys. So, like I said, it's a learning process for me, for you, as a whole point of content. So we're gonna need a T30 Torx for the fuel rails, and you're gonna need a lamp and a headlamp, a lot of fucking lighting, and I have to locate my Schrader valve to depressurize the system, because when I turn on the ignition, it created pressure, and we don't want gas squirting all over our faces. So we gotta take off this cover too. I love hate these fucking covers, especially this motherfucker right here, because it's a bitch to take off and it's easy as hell to put on. Yeah, there we go. That's all it took. I gotta JB weld the fuck out of it. Jesus Christ. But anyways, I guess it's broke. Let's keep rolling. So put your oil plug back in. You don't want to get anything in there. Maybe later on this year, I do want to get 2-step coder spark plugs, just to, I don't know, to give it a little bit more. 2-step coder spark plugs are good for, especially for boost, forced induction, and I guess we don't have a Schrader valve, so we're just fucked. All right, cool. It's not back here and it's not up here. Same deal over here. All right, cool. So I guess we can just go ahead and start at least taking all these pins one by one, disconnecting all the injectors, and then we can take off the T30 Torx and put this injector over here. As you can see, I already pulled out one. So I disconnected all my pigtails, and These last two, this one and the last one up here, you're going to struggle a little bit because of these wire harnesses in your way, but it's not the end of the world. I did it. And now I think I'm gonna go ahead and take off this side of the fuel rail. Gonna have to take off this connection. You want to be careful with them connectors because these are very brittle to fucking break. So let me take them off and we can continue. So apparently you don't have to disconnect the fuel rails. You can just I think this hose in the back is flexible, so we don't have to mess with the fuel line or anything like that. I'm gonna just go ahead and do this side first, pop them off, put my new ones in. Also, since we are using O-rings, you have to lube them. And a lot of people use oil, but I like to use assembly goo. Just a little light coating. Let me get that. And we need to get some rags so we don't get it all over the fucking motor. Thought I had more rags. Turns out I don't, but I'll take these. And bring my injectors and my Milwaukee knife. And there's a video that I saw, and the guy seems not to be replacing the pigtail harness or the heads. So for that, for the fuel rail, we're gonna need this T30 Torx. And we're gonna zip off, there's two on each side, this one and the other one over there. Let me take that off, we can lift it, and we can start pulling out old injectors and putting in the new. If this fuel doesn't want to come out, you just gently wiggle it until it pops up. Don't pull it upwards. Don't pull it like to the sides because you can probably break a fucking injector or something. But you see what I'm talking about? You can like actually disconnect it. So now we got to take off these safety pins that holds the injector on the fuel rail. And we're just going to replace one at a time. And we're going to lube up the new ones with assembly goo. Just a ring, a little slight coating, like a little hot tour, you know? Hey guys, so I'm gonna keep this 100 with you guys. The old injectors, you have to take out this clip that holds the injector towards the fuel line. And otherwise you won't remove the injector from the fuel line or fuel rail. Injector dynamics comes with a clip as well, but that holds the black part towards the silver part. And I took the first one off thinking the clip was going to hold onto a fuel rail, and it ain't like that. But hopefully it doesn't leak. I tried to put it back together the way it was. I did one at a time, and you really have to seat them in there. And don't forget to put you some little lube, some of that. I have assembly grease. I wanted to use oil like every other person does, but I feel like the oil was getting washed away with a little bit of fuel. With a little bit of fuel that was coming out the rails. So we're not gonna use oil anymore. Now I'm gonna get out of the way before I drop it and fuck something up. I'm gonna use assembly grease. I like how that works better. I use it on the Neon. Let me put my bolts down in the fuel rail again. And these are not supposed to be stupid tight because they're Torx bits. I know so many people like going ham, and don't just give it a little snug fit. Make sure your injectors are seated well. Otherwise, you're gonna have a fucking leak. So you gotta push hard on the rail. And to me, they look seated. So let me tighten them down and we can move on to the driver's side. Put them two Torx bolts. Don't plug these in yet because you're gonna spill some gas and let gas evaporate. because the chance of it falling in the plug are very, very high. So let's let the gas evaporate in the meantime. We don't want to start any fires. And then my fucking water hose is frozen. I have one literally right beside the garage door, but that shit's frozen. Like I said, we don't want to start any fires today. All right, so same thing. Take off your 2 Torx, one here, one there, and do one at a time. Grease them up. Put your assembly glue beside you, and I'll drop my screwdriver. Drop it in the bag. So, same deal on the driver's side. Let's get rolling. Want to cut it on, make sure there's no leaks. And there's no leaks, mission accomplished, crossing my fingers. As long as you lube them up, there shouldn't be no leaks. Lube them up and seat them down real good. Should be no leaks. So let's get rolling on the driver's side. Driver's side is a little bit easier because you can actually like move this fuel around. This one is a little harder, and I recommend you to start from the back to the front because you're gonna have trouble trying to take off the last one. So start from the back to the front. And the reason why you don't have so much play on this side because you have the connection for the fuel feed. You have another line over there that goes to the driver's side. And this one has a little bit more play just because you don't have those 2 connections. But as you can see, I already changed them. Snap them back in place and seat them down. Let me see if I can set the phone somewhere for you guys to visualize. So you guys will see. Damn. All right. Come on now. Okay, let me aim in there. So make sure your connectors are facing you, like so. And then you just want to wiggle them back in place, and they're seated. Just put extra pressure all around. Okay. Now, you're gonna grab your bolts. Start them. Don't tighten them yet. Just start them. Because you kind of want to center your Don't tighten them all the way yet. You want to push down on your fuel rail. Push down real good. Now go ahead and tighten them. Now don't go crazy on the torque. You'll probably strip off the head. And that, guys, is an injector installation. But let's not get too happy yet. We still got to hook up the power source to them. Crossing my fingers. There's no splicing involved. Crossing my fingers. Everything starts and works real good. That's one. That's two. That's three. There's 4. Whew. Now this side, it was a little easier not to spill fuel. I was putting the rag over my connectors. Okay. Okay. Now back to this aggravating motherfucker. This is why I enjoy working on my neon. The neon always, I'm not saying everything is cake on the neon, but I've messed around with the neon several times already. All right, guys. So everything's plugged up. Moment of the truth. Let me open up my door and cut it on and see what it does. So moment of the truth. Hopefully the car starts to begin with. Let's check for leaks. Well, I'm actually going to prime it first. This shit dead. All right, let me get some jumper. All right, guys, so sorry. So we're gonna put jumper cables into the cutter right quick. We're gonna put some jumper cables into the cutter right quick to get the car started, and we'll see what it does. And we'll see what it does. Hopefully no leaks, crossing my fingers. But in the meantime, while this charges, I want to show y'all something. All that carbon buildup, that's some cheap ass gas. And that can really get in that little hole in the sprayer. It's always good to spray, It's always good to put a Lucas injector cleaner like once a month. Like on my dailies, I pump mid-grade, sometimes 93 premium. I really don't like to use 87 just because it can really fuck up some fuel components. I mean, a lot of y'all probably never had any issues, but I've actually had issues with the gas. My Jeep, the fuel pump fucked up because I used 87 and it turned out to be like fucking water. And but I'll try at least this one's tuned for 93 already. Tuned for 93. And actually these two, even the cluster from factory says premium fuel only. So I always use 93 on these, but this one's tuned for 93, and that just takes premium, stock tune, factory tune. And this gets mid-grade, sometimes premium. My wife's Hornet gets premium just because it's a forced induction car, and premium obviously makes a difference. So that's why I just like to use premium. But we're gonna save these injectors, guys. I might send them off to get cleaned off, and we'll see what just keep them as spares. Maybe I'll swap one day. Maybe I can sell them for cheap, I guess. So let's give this car a start and see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't leak. It's balls off. My first time doing injectors. Well, I did them on the Neon actually, but on the Hellcat. And I'm not no fucking certified mechanic by all means. So I think I'm gonna just prime it, honestly. Damn, this shit's dead. The injectors ended up being plug and play, which is a very fucking good thing. We're gonna continue to let the Hellcat idle, and I'm gonna cut it off and turn it on one more time. Excuse me, so it can just build up pressure. I mean, the pressure's being built right now, right, by the fuel pump, but it makes pressure whenever you fucking gun it, and that's what we're about to go do. Better go take another test drive, and see what it does. Hopefully everything's still good. Let's go. So I think it's running a little rich now. We're about to see fuel economy, maybe performance. Wow, 133. Wonder who the fuck did that. Air fuel 13.8. It's still alright. Well, we're still waiting on the revision. He just couldn't do anything anymore until we actually gained the guys. Connor couldn't do anything anymore because it was at an injector duty cycle. That supercharger whine, purring like a kitten. So I just checked the leaks. No leaks at all. Drove it, I floored it here and there. I was trying to go too crazy with it, as we are still waiting for revision with the tune. I really want to say a huge shout out to HHP. Not sponsored by any means. I paid for these injectors out of pocket, full price. But they're really doing a good job with the tuning part. Doing a good job with the tuning part. We put the covers back on. Yeah, so we're getting the car tuned by HHP. The reason why we did injector dynamics, it was because it was running at an injector duty cycle. It's not safe to run it like that. He could have probably turned it down, but we're really trying to max out the stock components. Just max them out and safe at the same time. So we just did the injectors. As you guys could see, I did them by myself in my backyard garage with the appropriate tools. Nothing really hard out of this world to do. With the right tools, time, and patience, you can probably do just about anything. As you can see, we're building a neon in the backyard garage too, with really simple, not cheap tools, but Harbor Freight tools. Nothing, no snap-ons or whatever. So I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. The Hellcat is running good. No injector leaks. Like I said, I'm gonna clean these and probably sell them on marketplace for cheap. Somebody out there probably could use them. I'm not going to use them anymore. Why would I want to go back to stock? Makes no sense, right? I'm not planning on selling my vehicle either, so I don't want to go back to stock for that same reason. And if I do sell it, then we're just going to sell it as it is, you know. But hopefully that's really the last supporting mod that I need for the tuning part. Like I said, I was not planning on spending any more money on it after the tune, but they were needed. Hopefully this next revision, the car looks good, drives good, no lean out issues, no duty cycle issues. Hopefully everything is A1, and we're gonna leave it alone for a while. Then I want to focus on this car. I want to leave that alone, focus on this one for the rest of the year, and hopefully this year is a better year for everybody. So that'll be it for today. Don't forget to check out the Viper radio upgrade. And let me get this video out to you guys. Peace.